Hey everyone, despite the fact that perhaps all of you already know who I am, let me introduce myself. I am Kayla-Megan Burns and I'm the President of Strathclyde Students Union. I'm going to skip all of the things that everyone says about 2020 and the first half of 2021 and focus only on the positive things that have happened since I started my journey as the President of Strathclyde Students Union. So without further ado, let's get hands-on with this throwback. Having in mind that many students have been affected by COVID-19 in one way or another, as President of Strathclyde Students Union, I secured COVID-19 scholarships for affected students worth £1.1 million and managed to remove transcript fees, saving students £75,000 each year. Speaking of COVID-19, I also engaged on a national level to fight for student safety and rights during the pandemic, including tuition fees, clear and safe blended learning, and rent rebates. One of the more fun activities that I had to do as President over the past year was offering Christmas support while coordinating for students in halls during the pandemic. The No-Detriment Policy secured for exams is another pandemic-related activity that I managed to achieve during my presidency. I also worked with Rue and Ailey to put together an activity and outdoor adventure shed for students as a safe way to boost well-being during the reducing restrictions and actually get outside, make some mates and have some fun. Moreover, I also gave my best efforts to secure a 2-year-long rent freeze and a 12-week extended rent rebate for all students in Strath Halls. I set a more fair rent system in the halls and achieved an increase in counselling provisions by 7 times their previous capacity. Later on, I also established a new representation structure for postgraduate students with Shelby and the Doctoral Researchers Group. I continued this by working on fairer pay and contracts for postgraduate students who teach, and on securing the first union and university student business initiative to support and create opportunities for students and student entrepreneurs, which is super important for our future careers. As the President, I also led the first ever union and university executive team meetings, delivered the new learning and teaching building, got it named after a female for the first time with Rachel, and increased the union's block grant by over £50,000 so that we can do more for you. To this, I would add that I also had the opportunity to assist in the dissemination of £1.8 million of discretionary funds to directly support students and widened out the availability of these funds to include previously unsupported groups, such as international students. Aiming to make Strathclyde a better place for all students and focusing on community building after the pandemic, I've also secured plans for the first student street on campus, where hopefully I'll be able to join you for some cheeky drinks and utilise all student services from one place once we're back on campus and I'm back to student life. I've also secured further investment in halls, resulting in new beds and bigger TVs, as well as set up a survey sharing platform to make it easier for you to get the responses that you need in your coursework, because sometimes it's the little things. On another note, considering the importance of the topic of climate change, as your President, I also stood up for something that not only us, but also the future generations could benefit from, as I secured the divestment of £4.7 million from fossil fuels, and I had this responsibly reinvested. After this, I continued my work by developing and implementing the first union sustainability plan to monitor our emissions and become carbon positive. However, striving to engrave this social responsibility as a pillar of Strathclyde, I also established and implemented the first university climate change and social responsibility plan, along with the university. This sets out plans and targets for years to come to ensure that we always keep this at the forefront of our actions as an institution. Taking into account the needs of all students, Rachel and I reviewed and implemented new accessible and gender-neutral bathroom facilities and routes on campus. Moreover, we also gave our very best to change university culture and remove hate and misogyny by taking tangible action with the university against this. I ran an anti-hate survey with the assistance of Action on Sectarianism and Action on Prejudice, which fed directly into how we approach hate at the union and the university. But also, this work has been done with all of the female officers, and collectively we've secured training for all staff and students on equality and diversity issues to make a lasting impact on the culture here at Strathclyde, and to ensure that all of our students are empowered to achieve their full potential. However, the true progress has been made by you, the students. How? By electing the first non-male president of Strathclyde Students Union in over a decade. I've been honoured to serve you this year. Despite the challenges, we've achieved so much. I've carried out this role as a non-binary person with a disability, And the fact that you gave me the chance this year has had a massive personal impact on me as well. So thank you, Strathclyde. There'll never be an end to the work that we have to do, or the progress that can be made, but thank you for letting me be a part of this journey with you.